Hey, Audrey here, the fit, fearless, and faithful mom. Welcome back. Have you ever heard this? Stop, think, and you'll know what to do. All right, so that is from a Christmas movie. The kids love watching it. I don't know if they watched it this past Christmas, but it got me thinking, as I was working out, it got me thinking about our prayer life, okay? And it got me thinking about how busy we are, and when we get busy, then we say we can't have time to pray, and then we're wondering where God is when God is already right here, and it's this spiraling, right? So with that, stop, think, and you'll know what to do. Let me tell you a little story. Ready for this? So one time I forgot my pants. Okay, I forgot my pants. And so we had gone swimming, and Kyler then had to go to gymnastics. Well, in the busyness of everything, I forgot to put pants on going to gymnastics. I changed my shirt, I made sure I was covered and everything, and we got halfway to gymnastics and I realized I didn't have pants on. I had on a bathing suit bottom, and I was hoping and praying that I did not have to get out of the car, which I didn't, thank goodness, and gymnastics is not far away. So with that, life can be like that too, right? And it can be like that with our prayer life. When we get busy, prayer sometimes goes away. And if prayer goes away, then you may just be missing your pants. What could your pants be with faith? Well, your pants with faith might be, you might be missing your rosary beads. You might be missing the whole point of going to mass. That's super big pants missing if you're missing the point of going to mass. So how do we fix that? Well, we start praying. We start praying without ceasing. St. Paul says in 1 Thessalonians that that's exactly what we should be doing. You need to be aware of God at all times, even in our busiest moments. And it doesn't matter what type of mom you are, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home homeschool mom, whether you are a working mom, everyone is busy. But if we don't take time to pray, things start to get out of order, and then we forget our pants. My mom was telling me about a book that she had read, and it was about Mary and Joseph, and I'll have to ask her what the name of the book is again, but she was telling me that Mary and Joseph would prostrate themselves for hours on end, and while they were busy being parents to Christ, Joseph still was a carpenter, and he still had to make a living and provide. But they still would prostrate themselves for hours and ask, God, what do you want me to do? And if you don't know what the word prostrate means, it means placing your body in a reverent position, whether it's kneeling or, laying down, getting in that reverent position so that, you can receive Christ and receive his message. I've talked a lot about modeling ourselves after the Holy Family. And so with that, you may just have to prostrate yourselves for hours no matter how busy you are. And I'm going to keep saying the word busy, 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 because it is such a common word among our society right now. I'm too busy to talk to somebody. I'm too busy to go to a party. I'm too busy for this or too busy for that. But in our busiest moments, that's when we should be getting on our knees. That's when we should be prostrating ourselves. I mentioned before that I have been praying even more, and I'm finding that it's not affecting the rest of my day. So I say the rosary as soon as I wake up in the morning. I kind of tuck myself sort of back into bed. Okay, I'll show you that. But then we say chaplet at 3 o'clock with the kids. I say the rosary again on my own. If the kids want to say it with me, totally cool. That's great. But then I also do my own faith formation. And I guess if I had to total how much I'm praying right now, I guess you could say it's quite a bit. And I am by no means at all, raising my hands to the heavens and saying look at me, look how much I am praying. That's not my intention at all. Please don't think that. My point of this video is that if you don't think that you have the time to pray, you do. You really do. And what I'm noticing is how much my life is changing even more because I'm understanding more, and I'm understanding more about what God is calling me to do, and I'm able to hear God more and be more at peace. Whether it is with homeschooling, whether like we're just playing outside. And the more that I've been praying, the more that I want to continue praying. But one of the neat things is that if we want to lead saintly lives, we have to model ourselves after them. And, you know, a lot of the saints, they say the rosary 3 times a day. So that's something that I think we should strive for. Like, what did they do? How can we model ourselves after them? So with our prayer life, a lot of the times, you know, like we want something. We're human, we want something. And so, you know, if you're praying and you want something, and then yes, you know, you thank God for like, what I think we need to focus on is being consistent in our prayer life. Because the more consistent that we are with our prayers, the easier it is to take and understand the losses. Not just like take them and like walk away and be like, whatever. No, like take the losses of life, whether it is actually like losing a life if someone passes away, or something bad happens in your family, you know, by totally immersing yourself in prayer is beautiful, because then you start understanding a little bit more of God's plan for you and understanding like, oh, okay, maybe I get it now. It doesn't mean like you won't be upset or anything, but what I'm finding is that the more that I pray, the more at peace with, call them low blows, that I am. Things still hurt, but there's a little bit more peace when uncomfortable things happen. I think I had mentioned before going, shh, right? And I'm gonna keep doing that. I do it to myself a lot. Go be called to prayer. So the other day, I was not in a bad mood by any stretch of the imagination, but it was last week, and Corey had gone down for a nap. Kyler was doing her afternoon work, and Corbin had finished some of his work. And I said, you know what? I feel like I'm being called to prayer right now. I don't know what it is, but I looked at Corbin and I said, I need you to go play by yourself. And so I sat and I said the rosary twice. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep on the second round around the rosary at the fourth decade. But I don't know. I felt God calling me and saying, hey, come here. I want to be with you. You need me right now. And so I went and I sat for maybe about 30 minutes or so. It ended up being, and I sat with the Lord, and I dozed off for a little bit. And one of our former priests said, if you fall asleep during the rosary, it's okay, because you're falling asleep in the loving arms of Jesus. So thank you, Father Martin, for that. I took a brief couple minutes snooze. It felt like so long though. But then I looked up and maybe 3 minutes had passed, but it felt like the longest 3 minutes ever. Anyway, be on the listen for Christ. Because in our busiest moments and our busiest times, you'll hear this gentle whisper of, come rest in me, come here. Leave the worldly stuff. Leave the worldly stuff, because I'm all you need. Come here. So be on the listen for that. Okay, let's wrap this up. Here's 7 ways, wow, my hands were really big. Here's 7 different ways how we can grow closer to Christ in our busy lives. Number 1 is the rosary. Talk about it all the time. Just did a video on it. Pray the rosary. Links are below for the video that I created on it, in addition to other resources. Pray the rosary. It is such a beautiful prayer, and it is powerful. So use the rosary. Number 2 is thank God for everything that you not only have, but you don't have. That sounds a little weird, right? Like thanking God for what you don't have, but it really does make sense. It really does, in this like strange little way, because I think it allows us to humble ourselves and realize maybe we're asking for, maybe we already have it. Number 3 is becoming selfless. This is a real biggie. In our busyness, you can get caught up in being selfish or thinking that we're right and this and that. And being selfless is really important. So I challenge you to call someone this week who you have not talked to in a really long time and just ask them all kinds of questions about them. Like, don't be a weirdo or anything, but ask them, like, what can I do anything for you? Can I do something for you? Number 4 is try and go to daily mass. There, you throw a rock in any city, any town, and you will find a church that has mass at different times. So for our church that's right up the street, they have a Tuesday mass that is at 6 o'clock, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m., and then Thursdays, the school has a mass at 8:45, and I forget what Monday is, I don't remember. But my point is that there are so many different masses that you can go to. There's a lot of different masses that you can go to. So try and go to daily mass and see how it impacts you. The next one, number 5, is gonna be chill out. Chill out with your family. Find things that you and your family love. I know that being a working mom, a former working mom, and having kids who are in school, it's really tough. It is, because you're battling homework and you're battling so many different things and juggling so many different things. I get it. I was there. I was there, and it's hard. I now understand what it is to be a homeschool, stay-at-home mom, which is a different beast, a beautiful beast. Beautiful beast. Both lives are very interesting. But we need to take a step back and view our family as Mary and Joseph viewed their family. And when you're able to do that, then your perspective starts to shift and you're able to spend more quality time really focusing on building the morality, building the faith in your children that is necessary. All right, so I guess you could consider those being the pants of your faith. So if you're forgetting one of those, then you're forgetting your pants, okay? Okay, don't forget your pants. Put your pants on to make sure that you have your faith all together. Okay, Kyler's sitting here. Okay, I hope you have a beautiful day. Don't forget to stay fit, stay fearless, stay faithful. If I can pray for you and your family in any way, please let me know. God bless you. Have a beautiful week. Bye.